That's where the boxes of gold would have been kept, I expect, said Julian, but there was nothing in the hold except water and fish. The children couldn't go down because the water was too deep. 1 or 2 barrels floated in the water, but they had burst open and were quite empty. I expect they were water barrels, or barrels of pork or biscuit, said George. Let's go round the other part of the ship again, where the cabins are. Isn't it strange to see bunks that the sailors have slept in? And look at the old wooden chair. Fancy it still being here after all these years. Look at those things on the hooks too. They're all rusty now and covered with seaweedy stuff, but they must have been the cook's pans and dishes. It was a very weird trip round the old wreck. The children were all on the lookout for boxes which might contain bars of gold, but there didn't seem to be one single box of any kind anywhere. They came to a rather bigger cabin than the others. It had a bunk in one corner in which a large crab rested. An old bit of furniture, looking rather like a table, with 2 legs all encrusted with greyish shells, lay against the bunk. Wooden shelves, festooned with grey-green seaweed, hung crookedly on the walls of the cabin. "This must have been the captain's own cabin," said Julian. "It's the biggest one. Look, what's that in the corner?" "An old cup," said Anne, picking it up. "And here's half of a saucer. I expect the captain was sitting here having a cup of tea when the ship went down." This made the children feel rather uneasy. It was dark and smelly in the little cabin, and the floor was wet and slippery to their feet. George began to feel that her wreck was really more pleasant sunk under the water than raised above it. "Let's go," she said with a shiver. "I don't like it much. It is exciting, I know, but it's a bit frightening too."